Jon and Suleika, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us here in Seattle.
Thank you. We're so excited for this launch day and to finally be able to share American Symphony with the world.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the film last night, such an emotional roller coaster. And I feel like this film just so beautifully shows the dichotomy of, Jon being on top of the world, finding out you're the most nominated artist of the 2022 Grammys, while, the person that you love the most, Suleika, going through one of the most just challenging times imaginable, treating cancer. What helped you both mentally get through that experience?
I think love was a big part of that. You can't go through an experience like this alone. It really makes you realize the importance of community, of gathering, your loved ones, your family, of nurses and doctors, and all of the people who work very hard, you know, to get a family through an experience like this. But I think the other piece for us was the creative process. It's our shared language. It's how we make sense of the world and how we move our way through these really hard periods and try to transform them into something different and meaningful and beautiful.
What would you say, Jon?
Compartmentalization, faith, all of the things that I learned in this process are transformative for me. And it really emboldened my faith and believing in the things that I've poured my life, my soul into studying and living out my faith in God, and understanding that in the moments that you need it the most, it will show up for you and you'll be able to live it and move through it if you invested in your faith in the moments where things may seem easier. So I really believe that. And I also believe compartmentalization, as I said, when you're thinking about this moment that you're in, stay in that moment. The present is all you have. So if you can figure out a way to live in the present, even if you're at the Grammys and you want to be in the hospital, or vice versa, you're in the rehearsal hall and you're thinking about, you got 200 musicians that are going to ask you what to play tomorrow. But, you got to think about this or that. You're on television and you're on the set. You got to just stay in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to ask you about the Obamas too, because I know you worked with Barack and Michelle as executive producers on this film. What was it like working with them in a creative capacity? And were you intimidated? What was that like?
They were so and are so gracious and so supportive. And the moment they saw the film, the response was so they had so much belief, I'll say, in not only what the film was and how Matt did this incredible job capturing the moment, but in what it could do for the world today. And we align on so many values and what we want to give people in terms of uplifting people in a dark time and giving people hope and understanding that there's something out there that we all go through, which is this human condition. We're not alone. This epidemic of loneliness is a myth. We're really all one. We're all together. So that was the whole vision of what we wanted to share. And they, from the beginning, were really much on board with that.
Suleika, how are you doing today?
Thank you. I am feeling so well. And today feels like a real full circle moment for me, for us, because the reality is when we started shooting this documentary, I did not know if I was going to live long enough to be able to see it. So to get to celebrate this launch feels so meaningful on so many levels.
Yeah. And Jon's nominated for 6 Grammys. Are you both going to be attending this time?
Yes, I'm very excited to get to watch it this time, not from the couch, but right there in the room.
Yes,
so I'm
yes.
so proud of Jon, and I can't wait to celebrate all that's to come.
Yeah, we get a do-over. Last, as I said before, I was there, but I wanted to, I was glad to be there, but I wanted to be with Suleika. So this time we get a do-over.
I love that. Well, good luck at the Grammys. And I can't wait for everybody to see this. Such a powerful story, Suleika and Jon.